Okay, my friends, so second confidence interval quiz for the week. If you wanted it, I have no idea if anybody did it or not. It's a return to my New York Times mini data, which looks like this. And first thing I asked you to do was to create a histogram. Let me get my little menu out of the way here. There we go. Insert a histogram, and yep, there we go. Definitely, it looks kind of like the last one we did with the eggs, but let's goof with the bins, just like we did before. Maybe make 10. Yeah, I mean, we got some. Yeah, there's definitely some skew. We can go with a few more. Yeah, this one looks more skewed than the eggs. I mean, the eggs definitely had a tail like this one, and the tail makes sense because, again, just like the eggs, just like much data in the world, it's got a hard 0 on this side, and it can stretch out as far as it wants on this side. The question is it too skewed to trust the average? And that's what I have you checking. So again, make sure you do the other quiz before you do this one to go any further. Calculate the skew and the kurtosis, just like on the other quiz. So I'll put the skew and their kurtosis values. Okay, so equals skew of all this. Okay, it's a pretty big skew, actually. And then the kurtosis measures the tailedness. All right, and that's also pretty big value, meaning it's pretty variant from what it should be for a bell curve. But now we have to compare it to these skew values. So the skew is between -1.3 and +1.3, and we are outside of that. Yep, we're outside of that. We got a slight too high right skew because of these damn outliers out here. They're pulling the average this way. And then the kurtosis values, -1.6 to 1.8, and that's also too high. We're outside of that, meaning the tails are too fat. We don't have enough of a rise in the middle. So that makes this an interesting quiz because no, they are not within permissible limits, which means you're done. You do not continue on. It's choose your own adventure. On the last one you did, because they were within permissible limits, but in here you don't because they're not. So I'm going to give you those last 6 points for turning in the quiz empty after question number 4 because, like I said before, as Jeff Goldblum taught us...
But your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they didn't stop to think if they should.
Don't make that same mistake, my friends. Talk to you soon.